What'd you say?
Was the order placed for Dreamweaver? Also for Dreamweaver?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding you. What were you asking?
Alright then, thank you for calling Adobe customer service. You have a wonderful day.
Thanks. Hey, what's up everybody? Bill Witt here. Just getting off the phone after a lovely experience with Adobe customer support. Put that in quotes. Now check it out. There's a lot of you guys who have been watching on YouTube and on my blog as I give very positive reviews to M Audio and Digital Design and Apple and a lot of those great companies that we've been talking about and looking at their products. Well, I'm hoping that as many of you guys watch this and find this negative review just as helpful as the positive reviews I've given other companies. Adobe is a company I've loved for a long time and have benefited from their products immensely for a long time. Premiere, Photoshop, After Effects, just to name a few. And when I made the switch from PC to Mac, I wanted to move all those programs to the Mac. Turns out you can't do that. You have to buy a whole new program for the Mac. Idiots. So I decided I'd just go ahead and upgrade to CS4 while I was doing it. So I called them up and they arranged for what they call a cross-platform upgrade. In that, you basically sign a letter promising that you're going to destroy the version that you have now for Windows, and then they're going to mail you a complete, not an upgrade version, but a complete version for Mac. And so I called them up and I said, hey, I've got Production Studio CS2, and I want to go to Production Premium CS4 for Mac, and I also want to upgrade Dreamweaver while I'm in the process. Well, the guy on the phone, who was a very, very knowledgeable guy, who's a very good salesman too, he told me exactly what words to write and exactly what blanks. He told me to write down that I was going to destroy Production Studio for Windows and not worry about Dreamweaver, because he said that was already a cross-platform program, so I didn't need to sign this letter of destruction for Dreamweaver. So I faxed it in. I expect to get software within, a week or two. A month goes by. And I haven't heard jack diddly squat from Adobe. After having signed a letter saying that I've destroyed my livelihood, what I use to edit videos, what I use to design graphics, what I use to edit audio. And so anyway, I'm like, what's up? A whole 12th of my year now is gone because of the software I use not being available to me. And so, Mr. Adobe, what's going on? Well, this time I have to press the number to go to customer support instead of sales. Different group of people answer that phone. Every single time I've called has been overseas in India, and they're very hard to understand, as you might have heard right there, and they have a hard time understanding you. And so the first person that answered a month ago was an Indian woman, and she looked up the order and said that, oh, it was just out of stock in the warehouse, and they will make sure I'm the first person to get it once it's back in stock. Well, that sounded good to me, so I just said thank you very much and hung up. Another month went by and I called back again. That's the call you just heard. Well, this time, a different story. He said the reason they're holding the entire order up is because I didn't write the word Dreamweaver on this form. So apparently Dreamweaver's not cross-platform already, and I need to destroy the old version of it so they can mail me a full version of it. That's contrary to what the other guy told me. What's so upsetting to me is the fact that here I am making my living off of these products, and Adobe doesn't have the common sense to call me or to email me and say, hey, your order is held up until you can make this change and fax it back to us. That's a change that could have been done in 24 hours. And instead it's been 2 months that I've been without this productivity software that's actually critical to my livelihood. And so I followed the guy's advice. I even emailed twice referencing this case number to make sure they received my fax okay, and to make sure that I did everything I needed to do with this hokey little ritual. They didn't reply to either email at all, and every time I've called their little tech support center over in whatever country it is, they've told me a different story. So now I'm going to trot on downstairs and fax in this with hopefully the right words on it. But I just wanted to say, thanks Adobe. That's a really classy thing to do, to hold up an order because of that and not even let me know, and to give me incorrect answers when I call. That shows you care a lot about your customers. So I'm seriously thinking about whether to continue with Adobe. If they ever get this order right, that's fine. But if they don't, it's on to Final Cut Pro and Aperture and whatever other products there are out there. I just feel like this whole debacle with Adobe was very disrespectful of the professionals out there who use their products. So hopefully there's some people out there watching who are searching for information about CS4 or searching for information about Adobe products in general. Beware, have fun, and I hope you found this review, although unpleasant, helpful to you. Thanks, and hopefully we'll see you next time with better news.